We're kicking things off this morning with a pure inspiration because Tunde Oyeneyin is here.
Woo! She is one of Peloton's elite fitness instructors known for her motivational Tundeisms. She's a Nike athlete and a face of Revlon, and now the author of the New York Times best-selling book, Speak, Find Your Voice, Trust Your Gut, and Get From Where You Are to Where You Want to Be. Okay, Tunde. Good morning.
Good morning. It's great to be here.
Oh, so happy
good to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
you.
Congratulations, and please tell us, what does Speak mean?
First and foremost, thank you. So exciting. Such an exciting time. Speak is an acronym. The title of the book, Speak, Find Your Voice, Trust Your Gut, and Get From Where You Are to Where You Want to Be. I looked at 5 words as elements and how those 5 words showed up in my life. So S, surrender. I thought about every time I've surrendered, it's led to growth, growth that has led to change. P is my power. I define power in the book as purpose. That tingly thing that you feel when you are showing up, doing the thing that you know that you are here to do. Empathy is rooted in love, not just love for others, but self-love. I cannot love you fully if I don't know how to love myself first. Authenticity is the intersection of truth and trust. When you trust yourself enough to show up as you truly are. And then lastly, knowledge. Echoes of the past inform the future. Every lesson, every experience, every missed opportunity has led me to this moment and made me worthy enough and strong enough for this moment.
Oh my God, can we have her here every day to just be our motivational speaker? I love this. And you've endured so much pain growing up after losing 3 members of your family, pretty close within proximity. What were some of the methods that you turned to in order to deal with this grief?
I lost my little brother very unexpectedly at the age of 19. 3 years after that, I lost my father also very unexpectedly. And then unexpectedly again, 3 years later, I lost my mother. So I lost half of my immediate family members within 6 years. I hit my lowest low over and then over again. And I think that the world would have made concessions for me. People would have said, you've lost your joy, her spark is missing, and she's been through so much. I think after I lost my mother, who was also my best friend, I woke up one morning and I realized that we don't get to control what happens to us, but we do get to choose how we react. And so I choose to show up every single day new in each day. Every single day is a new day. So I choose to show up new in each day.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, and Tunde, speaking of your mother, because I saw this in the book and I was like, I know that she said to you once, if you want to change things, you got to change things.
Yes.
And it's like, it sounds easy, harder to do. You've done it so many times in your career, from changing professions to changing your physical appearance. How do you do it, girl? Just how do you do it? How do you change?
Well, you know, it was my mother's advice. If you want to change things up, then you have to be the one to make changes. No one can make the changes for you. In the book, I'm speaking specifically to a moment in my life where I'd hit my lowest low in terms of confidence. I was supposed to be a bridesmaid in my mother's wedding. The bridesmaid dress did not come in my size. And it was this moment where I felt like I'd been keeping the secret that I had low self-esteem. If anybody takes my classes, you know I dance a lot on the bike.
I've actually taken your classes on Peloton.
I'm sorry for what happened on the bike. Yes, but I dance freely and openly now. But when I was younger, I never danced because I felt like if I danced, people would see me. And then if they saw me, they'd notice my size. And so in that moment, she gave me license and said, if this is something that really bothers you, then you have to begin to make changes. And I also moved that same message from my mother into my later years in life when I was in a career. I'd been in a career for 15 years, worked my way to the top, and one day woke up and admitted to myself that I hated my job. And I think so many people can relate to that. And rather than staying complacent in this job because it paid well and I felt comfortable in my livelihood, I said to myself, I am going to start making the changes to move into a life that I enjoy, a life that I want to wake up and live in.
So you talk about change, you talk about making that moment. You had a blue light moment after you took one of the first classes, your first cycling class. Tell me about that moment.
So I was actually in New York City. I lived in LA at the time. I was in New York City on a makeup gig. I was a makeup artist. And I decided to go down to a local cycling studio because Kelly Ripa had been talking all about it.
Because why not?
Because I listen to Kelly Ripa. So it's indoor cycling. You clip into the bike, all of that. that by the time that I'd purchased the water bottle, the towel, the seat, I was $40 deep, judging myself for spending $40 on a workout.
Oh, no.
45 minutes later, I'm in a state of euphoria. I'm walking back to my hotel room. My walk turns into a skip. My skip turns into a hop. Within a matter of 5 seconds, I'm laughing and crying all within the same breath. It's almost as if this blue wave of energy moved through my body. I felt it from my fingers all the way down to my toes. And after my very first cycling class, I knew that I'd be cycling forever.
Yeah.
I knew that I'd be teaching it, and without even knowing what Peloton was at the time, I knew that I'd be teaching it on the world's biggest platform. I call it this blue light experience almost like this divine download of information that I could have dismissed. I could have said that I was hallucinating or daydreaming because I'd been in a dark room for so long.
But you're Tunde, you wouldn't do that.
But I said to myself, I'm going to take this for exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Imposter syndrome set in after that. I said, I don't look like an instructor. I don't sound like an instructor. Who would find me motivating? But once I was able to push away that internal dialogue, not allow fear to steer, or rather even not allow fear to hold me hostage, I moved into or leaned into the message that was sent my way and trusted my gut.
Incredible. Tunde, I love that. Don't get held hostage by fear. Thank you so much. Congratulations again.
Congratulations.
New York Times bestseller already, and the book is called Speak. It is in stores now.
You need to get it.